everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you what I do with these stretchy things. I got these from the Physio at the local hospital because I started having some pain in my right shoulder where it felt like it was like dropping out of joint. So I went to the Physio, I think it was after Genevieve was born, so a year and a half ago or something. And she gave me some exercises to do, and I've been rubbish at doing them, so I am really trying to get back into the habit of doing them. So I'll show you what I do, or what I should be doing, and then I'll show you the other exercises I do, which are just when I'm sat on the floor, so out of my wheelchair, obviously, although I can do these upper body ones in my wheelchair. So without further ado, so I've knotted it. It was a big long length. I've knotted it twice, so there's a knot there and a knot there, and I just hook my hands through it, and I start off just doing this, which doesn't seem like very much, but after a while of doing this it gets really quite achy. Just small reps, and I can feel it like in the muscles up here and on my back. I've got two of these. I've got this yellow one, which is the weakest one, I think, so it's the easiest stretchiness. I've also got a red one, which is slightly stronger, so it's a bit more hard work. And I've got one downstairs and one upstairs, so I can sit in bed and do them in the evening. So it's already starting to ache. So anyway, I've showed you that now. The other one I do to get more mobility in my shoulders is to hold it up above me. So I'm just holding it and doing like side to side. And now, as you can see, I've got much more mobility in my right shoulder than I do in my left. So I'm trying to make this shoulder be as good as the other one. I don't know if it's going to happen though. I do those several times. I always go back and do them again. I don't just do one round of each. The other one I do is going back around, so stretching out. The good thing about this elastic thing for me is I don't have any strength in my lower arms at all. There's like no muscle whatsoever. So without this, it's kind of hard to keep my arms together. So this thing just sort of holds them where I want them to be. So yeah, I just go behind, which kind of gives the kind of rotation in my shoulders. Just don't do what I did and kind of ping. I pinged it down my face the other day and it pinged right onto my chest and it was really painful. Tom laughed at me a lot. Yeah, I go back to doing, I do sort of several of each. Anyway, so now I'll show you the ones I do when I'm sat on the floor. And these are just ones I've made up. They don't really have a name or much of a purpose, other than what I think is good for me. I watch loads of things on YouTube and think I'd love to do those kind of exercises, but I can't. So I made up ones that I know were probably good for me for stretching. So the first one I do is sat on the floor with my legs out in a straddle. Yes, I am wearing pyjama bottoms because it is past 4 o'clock on a Sunday, and those are the only reasons you need. So yeah, the first one I do is sat on the floor in a straddle position, not as far apart as I can go, but just comfortable enough in a V shape, and then just like you would in like a gym warm-up, just going right down, well, as far as you can down to the floor, and so yeah, so I go right down, pretty much down to the floor. I did probably do that about 10 times and then I repeat it later on, but I do those and it stretches underneath my thighs, the backs of my shoulders and my back, and it just gives sort of good extension all over really. The other ones I do is sitting in the same position but going sort of to the side, so with the opposite hand, so like right arm to left leg and then vice versa, and do those several times. The other one I do is with my legs together and then so just straight out in front of me and go forward, so another stretching exercise, and do that several times. The other one I do is with my legs out in front of me still, lean back on my arms and just ease myself back, not very far really. It starts off easy and then it starts to get really painful and I'm like, please help me. I also like to do them with my legs in a straddle position as well, because it's a slightly different stretch, and it kind of stretches the tops of my thighs then. Because being sat in a chair all day, the tops of my thighs and my hips don't really get stretched out at all, so any exercise I can do where it stretches this part is good. Because of being in my chair, it doesn't, it's not very well stretched, so I can't do them unless I'm sat on the floor, which is quite frustrating because I can't just do them anytime I want. I only do these kind of exercises like at the end of the day or in the evening when I'm at home, rather than, I can't just do them wherever I am. The other one I do is just rotating my arms in a circle. I start off doing big ones and then I can do like small ones, and again it's like lots of repetitions but small movements, so it's, it starts off being fairly easy and then it gets like excruciating and then I have to stop. When I'm doing it, I don't really kind of plan out in my head what I'm going to do, I just sort of do it without thinking really. But yeah, definitely get hold of some of these stretchy bands if you can. You can probably get them online, but most physios will probably give them to you if you have reason to need them. So let me know if you have any tips for other exercises that I could do, and let me know what you do if you're a wheelchair user or if you have another sort of disability, or even if not, if you're just a normal person, because we are obviously not normal people. And yeah, just let me know what your exercise routine is and how good you are at it, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who isn't very good at sticking to an exercise regime. So yeah, and don't forget to subscribe.